Thanks HelloFresh for sponsoring this video. This is what we're going to be making for today's cook. Now I know what you're thinking. What is it? At first I had the same exact reaction, but when we tasted, it was something on a whole different level. Now to make it, it might not be the simplest dish to do, but if you follow every step right, any person can make it. So let's begin. The first thing to do is to choose meat. I'm going with short ribs. At least for me, they go well with almost anything. Whenever we're cooking at Sous Vide, we do have an opportunity to develop additional flavor. That's why I like to take it outside and put a nice crust on it. And my flamethrower does quick work. Don't forget to do both sides. As once they are done, take a look. Nicely seared short ribs, ready for Sous Vide. But first, we do need a little bit of seasoning. So I went with salt, pepper, and garlic powder. Because once they were fully seasoned, the next thing to do is to go ahead and bag them up. You gotta be careful whenever you're cooking short ribs Sous Vide though, and that's because they have the bones. So once they were in the bag, the next thing to do is to go ahead, vacuum seal them, and they are now ready to be cooked. I chose to do so at 185 degrees Fahrenheit for 8 hours. As that was happening, it was great because it allowed me time to go ahead and make some of the fillings. And the first one is this sofrito. And to make it, it's super simple, and here's how. We first started with a good amount of green onions, followed by ginger paste, garlic paste, gochujang, which is Korean chili paste, followed by red onions. Now mix everything together, and there we have it. As simple as that. The next important ingredient is this, roasted vermicelli. Don't even think about using spaghetti, it's not gonna work. You need roasted vermicelli just like this. As you can see, they're extremely thin, and at the same time, whenever we fry them up, it gives an incredible flavor and texture. But the next ingredient is quite important, and everything starts off with potatoes. Just boil them until they are super tender. Then combine some butter, followed by garlic, and smash everything together real good. Once you have a mashed potato consistency, go ahead and add all-purpose flour, followed by cornstarch. Now mix everything together and our dough is ready. Talking about ready, so is our short ribs. So I went ahead, took them out, and immediately set them down on a cutting board. Now I'll tell you one thing, these are extremely tender. They literally fall apart just by a small little squeeze. Now once all of them were completely shredded, don't even think about throwing away the juices from the bag. Go ahead and add some back right into the short rib. We want this thing as juicy as possible, because now here's the tricky part. The first thing to do is to go ahead and open up the potato mix right in your hand. Then you want to put some of that first sauce we just made, followed by a good amount of short rib. Close everything together, and this can be quite tricky and sticky, so just have some patience. As once you have done so, this is what it looks like. Now to finish it up, it's quite simple. Break a little bit of the roasted vermicelli and just start sticking them into the ball. You can put as much or as little as you like. The goal is to have every single edge fully covered with it, because once you are done, this is what it should look like. Let's just say it's like the back of a porcupine. The only thing left to do is to go ahead and fry them. But first, we're gonna make a very simple demi-glaze sauce. So I went ahead and grabbed a pan and added some pre-made demi-glaze base, followed by a little bit of white wine. Mixed everything together and brought it to a simmer, and my sauce is now done. Now going back to our short rib creation, I know exactly what you're thinking. It doesn't look that good right now, but watch this.
Before moving forward, I want to thank today's sponsor, HelloFresh. So Jimmy O Yang and T-Pain are battling to be the next HelloFresh spokesperson. But what about me, HelloFresh? I can be your spokesperson. Jimmy is awesome, but I can deliver jokes.
Chef, I gotta say, that chimichurri looks a lot better than your muscles.
Say what?
I'm sorry, Chef, put me down.
Act.
Guga, back to work.
And on top of that, I can grill a mean steak. And T-Pain, legend, but I cannot rap him. Check it out, I even wrote this one myself. Like a master chef, I'm mixing up the beats, cooking up a storm, serving treats to the streets. My flow so saucy, it can't be beat. Guga on the mic, watch me bring the heat. What do you think? But for real, here's where I shine. I can outcook both of them. Although with HelloFresh, it's like cheating. I mean, it's just so easy. Box shows up at my door, fresh ingredients pre-portioned with easy instructions. And look at this beauty. So yeah, HelloFresh, give me a chance. Hey, maybe all three of us can cook an epic meal together. Who do you think should be the next HelloFresh spokesperson? Jimmy O Yang, T-Pain, or Guga? Thank you, HelloFresh, for sponsoring this video, but now let's get right back to it.
All right, everybody, here we got our beautiful creation.
That's exactly what you would call something like this. It's a creation. I'm a little skeptical over here.
What do you
I'm not gonna
mean?
lie.
You don't like the spiky hair?
This looks like grass.
Come on, Leo.
Is that a vegan sous vide experiment? What's going
No,
on here?
there's nothing vegan about this one, trust me.
I think this is very, very creative.
Everything is edible, by the way.
Everything?
Yeah.
This looks like something real fancy, something you'd find at like a Michelin star restaurant or something like that. But everybody here knows we don't like Michelin star fancy
No,
stuff.
we're
around
not
here.
fancy, everybody, but sometimes you want to go a little bit extra, and today I did a little bit extra. But I'll tell you one thing. This is just a papa rellena fancy.
I love that. That's delicious. This does not look like a stuffed mashed potato ball though.
This one looks like it's a hazard to eat it.
So the idea here is to make it look like a sea urchin, you know? So you know how
okay.
the spiky is, like when Chef Hito was here, remember he went crazy with the sea urchin? I said, you know what? Maybe we're gonna make, instead of seafood sea urchin, we make it Guga style.
Let's go.
All right, let's give it a try.
Mine has more hair than yours. Do I give it a haircut?
Cut it straight down, my bro.
Wow. Yo, that looks incredible on the inside.
I know, and then inside we got some short ribs.
Oh my God, short rib.
With a nice, beautiful demi-glaze on the bottom. We're gonna find out all together if this is worth it or not. Enough talking, let's give it a try. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Oh no, it's breaking.
Wow.
That is amazing, everybody. What gets me most is the texture.
I was talking a little bit too much crap earlier. This is an amazing, amazing dish right here. The first thing that jumps right out at you is the texture.
Texture.
The roasted vermicelli is so crispy, but it's also
Brittle.
You have that nice pillowy mashed potato surrounding that short rib that is very beefy, very flavorful, and you have this beautifully delicious sauce on the bottom. Delicious flavor, amazing texture.
This is what I like to say, a 10 out of 10 will highly recommend.
This is so awesome and fun to eat. You have that very soft mashed potato, but then at the same time, you have the little sea urchin spikes. They are crunchy, but it's not too crunchy where it's like,
I will say, everybody, this is probably one of the most interesting things we've created in this channel. Don't do it every day, but on a special occasion, definitely worth your time. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe. If you have not seen my book yet, everybody, there's so many wonderful recipes there for you. Make sure you go get yourself a copy. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.